sir.
Yeah. Mm, Today's class we will discuss on like a network routing part. Okay, means how the routing process happens and what are the different routing protocols types are there. On what basis we can define those different routing types. Okay. First, we have initial discussion of what is router and explaining the routing process, like how the routing will happens. Okay, and we'll have some of the Cisco commands. Basically, we work on like majority our work mostly onto the Cisco environment only. Even in market also, like we have 60 to 70%. I'm not sure exactly the figure, but yeah, majority the customers are using Cisco products. Okay, we'll check on the Cisco first. Yeah, again the concepts and the technology is same for all the vendors, only the syntax will vary. It is also not like major differences. If any particular vendor we want, we can change, like we can change as like a small changes in the syntax or the commands, so that we can get that also. The next one is like the different types of routing. Okay, there are different routing protocol types are there based on the different criteria. Okay, that will explain that. And what are the parameters, like we have AD, administrative distance, and metrics. The definition and the explanation we gonna have discussed today's class. Okay. Yeah. This I think everybody knows that. Okay, network layer. Sorry, network router. Network router. It's works on layer three. Okay, it works on the layer three OSI model, which will be like how the packets will be sent or received based on the IP addresses. Okay, how the packet will go one from one place to another place. It's based upon the IP addresses. As we already compare, what is like in our general life, how we can compare is it's like a pin code. If you want to send one letter from one area to another area, pin code is mandatory. Along with that, we have required another other parameters also, but the IP address is mandatory to route the packet. Okay, the packet where it is coming, that is a source address, it will be there on the source, inside that IPv means IPv4 header, and the destination where it need to go, that also address will be there. Okay, it is basically it is using to connect internetwork is two different network. You want to connect with two different network, we require the router. Okay, and what are the the functions of router? Okay, basically router have involved multiple functions. What it will be do, first one is path selection. Path selections, like when the selection option will come, we have more than one. Okay, if you have two things, in two things you want to select only one thing, how you can select? By using the by router can use the command. Okay, means router can drive the packets. Okay, from where to where it will be go based upon the routing table, it will be go. The device which is used for path selection is network router. Okay, and we already know the router basically used to connect the different networks, inter networks. Okay, and what it will be do, it will broadcast or limits the breaks or limits the broadcast domain. Actually, in switch we have only one broadcast domain, but router it will be have it can be limit that. Okay, I don't want to send the packet all this, the packet from this network, we can restrict to that. How we can do? By defining the some IP addresses. Okay, one on a router, one interface is almost we can equal or tell to, it's an network. Okay, particular in network, the different network in different network. Okay, like that we can tell that. Okay, we can limit that by using the router, the broadcast domain. I don't want to, like you have 10 systems. Okay, 10 systems, how we can do that? 10 systems are connected on a single switch, it's under the same broadcast domain. Whatever the packet which you send to one, means first system send to packet to the system 2, the packet will goes to all other systems like remaining 8 systems. Further, how we can connect? I can connect by using the router. 5 systems I can connected in one side and 5 systems are other side. Now what happened? We restricted the broadcast domain. Now the broadcast domain becomes 2. We breaks that and we restricted that. Only the broadcast domain is for first system. The broadcast domain is going to the for systems 5. The second group of 5 systems, the broadcast domain is different. Okay. And the routes, like as we know how the packet will go based upon the IP header, like IP packet, it will be sending. It has some routing table. Okay, it has some memory. Inside the memory it forms the routing table. Whenever initially it takes sometimes few seconds to form the routing table. Once the routing table will form, unless we do some external flush to the router, means external flush to the routing table, the data, the routing routes are already present in that. They already send that. Okay. Next one is routing process. As we alert means we are emphasizing that router will do on the routing, but how it is do? Routers basically do that based on the routing table. Okay, means the routing table. The routing table is how it will be do whenever for example you want to ping to google.com. Okay, Google server is somewhere in means not in, might be not in India, it's in some other country, USA or UK. When you try to ping that, it should be the packet should go like hop by hop. Whenever the each hop will come, it will goes to the next hop. Okay, first thing you are pinging, it is not directly goes to the server in USA, like US Google server. What it will be do? First, it will goes to the next hop. Always, what is your next hop? How to get like what is your next hop from your system?
By getting commands from traceroute.
Very good. Yeah, we can do from the trace route. Okay. For example, the next hop will be the common. I want to do for example, you want to go to Chennai, or you want to go to something like you are in Bangalore, you want to go to Chennai, or you want to go to Hyderabad, or you want to go to like Mexico, something like New York. Okay, what is the next stop? Next stop won't change because if you want to go to anywhere, first you need to go out of your home. Okay, maybe you need to cross the your gate, the building gate. Okay, that is your next hop. Wherever you are go, the first point is same. Okay, you can see we can demonstrate one example. Tracer minus d. Okay, and now I'm doing for google.com. Okay, you can see this is by default it's taking the IPv6. This is my next hop. Okay, Control C. I'm closing it. I want now. I'll try to go to Facebook. See here. Whatever you are doing, going outside, always your first hop is common. Whether it's going to your gateway of your layer 3 VLAN, or the switch IP, or the router IP, or directly to the modem, anything, always the packet flow will goes to first point to the second point is your gateway, means your building gate. The third point will be the nearest bus stop. From the nearest bus stop you are going to the major bus stop like Majestic. From there you are going to airport lung, or from there you are going to highway. Whatever path you choose, like the optimal path, it will be go like that. Okay, that is that. How it will be do, the destination will tell. Okay, and you can get a doubt. Okay, here we are not using the router or something. How my packet will always goes to this IP. Okay, who is sending? Because this is IP allocation, IPv6. Once we allocated that, we have some different gateway. Like you have IP address, subnet mask, then the gateway. Okay, this is the gateway address. Always the first hop will goes to the gateway. Okay, the system will send packet to the gateway. The gateway is an IP address in a router or a switch. Once the packet will reach the router or switch, the router or switch investigates the packet. It will check the packet. Okay, from where it is coming? It is coming from system 1. Where it should go? It is trying to google.com. It's trying to trace through to the google.com. First it will actually Google is a name. The network device, either router or switch, don't know what is the IP address of that. For that, it will check in the DNS entries. Okay, it's also important that device should be reachable to DNS server. Okay, whatever public DNS or private DNS from the device, it should have the connection. It will search. Okay, once it got the name, it will first try to connect the DNS server. Okay, first it will check the DNS. Okay, it has the connection. Then inside the DNS, it will check for the entry. Okay, google.com. It will check the entry. Then after it has some resolved public IP addresses. If you want to know what are the allocated IP addresses for each, we'll go google.com. Okay, you can do ns lookup google.com. Okay, it will gives the google.com IP addresses. Okay, it has Google IP addresses 142.250.196.46. But Google is a big company and many people are using. This is not only one IP addresses will be. It alternatively will change. Okay, not now. After some time, we can check this IP address will change because the load which we are using is like more for the Google servers. Okay, this is how the packet will goes to the destination network. Will check. Okay, whenever the destination network will come, it will check on the destination network. Okay, and it will send to the next hop IP. Okay, then it will be, I'll show you like okay how routing table looks like. Okay, let's log in that. Let's log in the packet tracer and I'll show you how the routing table looks like. Okay, actually the we have already source IP, we have destination name, we have Google. For the destination name, DNS help to resolve the IP address. Okay, I got the Google IP address is 142 dot some x 142 dot x dot y dot z. Okay, this 142 dot x dot y dot z is an destination. Okay, it's not directly connected to your laptop. Okay, it is going to first your default gateway, that is your first hop router or modem or switch. Okay, after the packet comes to that, even there also from the first hop, it is not the Google server is not directly connected to that. What happen again, that packet will send to the next hop. Okay, this destination network, what is the next hop? Okay, that should be decided by the router. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's loading now. Any doubts till now? Let me know. How the routing happens, we'll discuss. Okay. In every packet, in IP means a routing packet, it has source IP address and destination IP address. It is in the routing table, it always checks the destination IP address. The source IP addresses, that is not much important. It will check on the destination IP address. Okay, when we are checking what would be the probabilities, we have two things like two probabilities. One would be the destination network is available on the network. Okay, is means it's available, that is first point. Okay, what happens if the destination is available on the network? Obviously it will show the next hop. Okay, what is the next hop? It will show the next hop IP address. Okay, the second question, then the destination network not available on the routing table. What happens if destination network is not available? See here, as which one I need to enter? Would you like to enter the initial configuration of the configuration dialog?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Now this is the basic thing. Okay, if you want to check the show running configuration, you need to check. Okay, this is like basic. Okay, host name is router, some templates. Okay, spanning tree protocol is configured as pvst, per VLAN spanning tree protocol, and interfaces 1 2 3 interfaces are there. All are in shutdown mode by default. All ports are in shut. Okay, now you do show IP route. What it will show? It will show nothing because nothing is configured. Okay, gateways, nothing is there. Okay, nothing is coming here. What we can do, we do some configuration. Okay, okay. Now what I'm doing, a default route. Okay, this is the source, means all zeros means source is a default route. That means whatever the traffic coming, I should be send this packet to 1.2.3.4. Okay, where is this IP address is there, there I will send. Okay, now you go there. Which type of routing it is? Actually, we have two types, static and dynamic. It's a static one because if any changes, for example, this 1.2.3.4, the device is down. Okay, I'm sending this is the next hop. This device is down. What happens? The packet will trying always trying to goes there, but because of this device problem, the packet will never goes to the destination. The device is down. Okay. Now you do show IP route. I'm sorry, it will take some time. When you enter this, like any type 1 mistakes, it won't do. It will try to resolve that, but there is a command, you can we can block this. Okay, no IP DNS server. Okay, let's go. Okay, this process. This routing is not coming. I think some issue with this device. If the routing is not come, we have to enable that IP routing. The IP routing we have enabled. We have given the default gateway and we have configured the some routing. This also uh, routers also. Let me reload and check. Okay, meantime let it reload. Okay, after that we can show. I can show you the routing table. Okay, and these are the important commands like to check on the different types of routing protocols. Okay, so if you want to check the default means normal for all the routing tables, need to check show IP route. Okay, it's on the CLI, the user mode, normal mode, you can get the routings. Okay, you can get the routings on the top of the lines. It will show you what are the different routing. Okay, if it is an OSPF, it will show OSPF. If it is in RIP, it will show, or if it is in static route, it will show yes. Like there are different things are there, it will show. And if you want the specific protocol type, you can write down the protocol name. Okay, the show route, as we know we have multiple protocols are there like BGP, OSPF, EIGRP. Okay, it will be gives the show protocol name. And how you can start your troubleshooting, we don't know. Okay, you are as a new, you don't know. Okay, what protocol is configured that time, what you can do, first you can run the show IP protocols. Okay, show IP protocol is a command. It will gives you what are the protocols are configured inside that. Okay, in one use case we have one means we have multiple protocols configured. One static route is there, OSPF is there, BGP is there. The time when you run a command show IP protocols, it will list out the protocols and what are the configurations. Okay, one two static routes are there, one OSPF configuration is there, four BGP configurations are there, all will be listed. Okay, that is the first command. And as I said initially, we have multiple type of routing protocols are there. How the protocol will be differentiate? It's based upon broadly we can divide it into IGP and EGP. Okay, the name itself it's easily remember. Okay, IGP is like interior gateway protocol. EGP is exterior gateway protocol. Interior gateway protocol, it is like we are using some network systems like network administrators. Okay, on the same network administration. Okay, how I can define same network administration or policies. There is a name, we can call it as AS. Okay, autonomous systems. Okay, the autonomous system is a thing where it has like same type of administrator or policies. Okay, if you have same type of administrators or policy, it is under the common one. What will happen, whatever the policy is applying on one thing, it is like a global for all. The same, if the protocol is working on the same AS number. Okay, that time it is called as an IGP protocol. Okay, if want to if you want to communicate between two different AS number. Okay, you have AS 100 and you have AS 200. Okay, you want the connection between AS 100 to AS 200. That time we are going with IGP protocols. Okay, and uh, example for IGP is OSPF, RIP, ISIS, EIGRP, and EGP protocols. Exterior Gateway Protocol is BGP, Border Gateway Protocol. Okay, that is as a hierarchy. We have the two types of protocol, IGP and BGP. Inside IGP, again we have subdivision. Okay, subtypes, that is IGP1 and IGP2. Okay, inside this IGP, Interior Gateway Protocol 1, link, this is also called Link State Routing Protocol. Okay, and IGP2, Distance Vector Routing Protocols. Okay, in this is actually, this is the behavior of the protocol. OSPF and ISIS, it comes under some link state, some specific, some definition uh, comes under this one. That's what it's called as an type 1. Okay, it's a link state protocol. And type 2 we have RIP, okay, and IGRP. Okay, RIP and IGRP will distance vector protocol. Okay, the algorithm here is a link state and here is a distance vector protocol. We'll explain in deep. Okay, what is link state and what is distance vector protocols. Okay, and the second subtype is BGP. AGP, Exterior Gateway Protocol. In Exterior Gateway Protocol, actually it's a very famous one. We are using all the internet working based upon BGP, Broader Gateway Protocol. It is connectivity between all the systems like enterprise network, ISP network, some server, cloud, everything. All should be connected by using the BGP protocol. Why? For example, you are in a company, you are using one AS number. You want to connect with the other companies or the other your head office. All how will go? You need to the packet should go across the different nodes, different companies, different ISPs. Okay, all will be happen based upon BGP protocol. Okay, how we configure BGP? That like that it will be the packet will be goes on like the packet will travel different nodes and reaches to the destination. Okay, and how we can explain simply same AS number means IGP, different AS number means BGP, exterior gateway protocol, EGP. Sorry, actually always I for me it's come BGP only. Okay, this is the configuration. As I said, we have multiple protocols. First one is the default static route. Okay, initially I configured static route. The static route protocol is like IP route, the destination network, subnet mask, and next hop. Okay, let's see here what is the status. First show running configuration. Let's see our routers here. We have a default gateway and next hop router. There is some problem on here. Check that. Okay, 15.53 years. Okay. Okay. This is the first type. Okay, based upon the configuration. Initially we first category we talk about based upon the AS number. If it is the same AS number, it is a IGP. If different AS number, it will be a BGP. Okay, and now we are talking on the based upon the configuration. Okay, based on the configuration we can divide it into three types. Okay, first one is static, the second one is dynamic. Okay, the static routing protocol, the second one is the dynamic routing protocol, and third one is default routing protocol. Okay, the static. Okay, what is static and how we can define means configure the static routing. Basically name itself is reflects that the static is manual configuration of a routers. Okay, manual configuration of a routers. What happen if any as I configured this, okay, IP route, this is my destination network. Okay, 10.1.2.0/24. It needs to go to the next hop is 2.2.2.2. If in case the router 2.2.2 is down, what happen? This network never reachable. Okay, from this router it is connected physically other router. This router is down. Always it is packet is sending this, and because of this router is down, it is not accept the packet. Okay, this is failure. Okay, if any downtime. Okay, if unless the next hop router is not down, there is no problem. It will successfully sending the data and receiving the data. uh, I'm telling if any issues, if for example if any the router is down, any form, what happened that time, it won't send the packets. It would be ideal things. Okay. The second one is the dynamic protocol. The dynamic protocol, what happened? like to overcome disadvantages of static one. Okay, if in case like one, the next hop is down also, the dynamic routing protocols will automatically search for the alternative path. Okay, alternative options, right? Alternative options, and it won't make the system down, communication down. It is sending, for example, if you configured OSPF BGP, OSPF is not working, it will goes to the BGP. In case BGP is not working, it will goes to the EHRP. Okay, we have like multiple redundancies. One is not working, it will goes to the second. If second is also not working, it will goes to third. Third is also not working, four, it will goes to four. If all is not working, nothing we can do. This is only for to make the better network availability, or network availability we can make it. One system is not work, we can go to the second is not work, third. If all the systems not work, nobody cannot do anything. Okay, and what is the syntax for this? Like the earlier syntax is route, IP route, the destination network, network ID, subnet mask, and next hop. It's in a dynamic network, we'll have router, the protocol name, and the next parameter. The next parameter is optional for some things. Okay, how the examples I can do: router OSPF, it's a protocol name, space, the next parameter is 100. Okay, it's 100. 100 is a process ID. Okay, process ID is some specifier for OSPF. Okay, the next, how you can define means syntax the BGP router, BGP, the AS number. Okay, 65,000 is an AS number, it's a private AS number. In next class we'll explain what is AS and private ASN range and public ASN range. Okay, this is an AS number. This is simple, like the Cisco configuration commands are very simple. It always follows the standards. Okay, whatever the protocol, you remember only these two. You can write all the syntax for all the protocols. Router, protocol name, next parameter. Okay, for in case of OSPF, it will be like router OSPF, next parameters OSPF parameter. One second. Hello. చెప్పమ్మా. లేదు కింద క్లాస్లో ఉన్నా. లేట్ అవుతుంది నాకు మధ్యలో ఉండట్లేదు. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, this is the like the syntax for the dynamic routing protocol. Dynamic routing protocol, this is the syntax. Okay. Yeah. Next one, third type is default routing protocol. Again, the default routing protocol is like the name itself, whatever the default means there is no restrictions, whatever coming, sending out. Okay, for example, you, if you are sending, you want to send. Okay, you don't know, you are connected on one your router is connected to the other routers or other company network, and you are not sure what are the incoming routes are coming. For that, what you can do, I can send a default route, means whatever the default route is coming, I will be forward this to the next hop. Okay, and it will be reduce the number of entries. For example, if you have 100 routers, 100 networks, network routes are coming, and it is sending this, what will happen? All will comes to this. Okay, all will comes to the network, and network will send to the next hop. Okay, that case what happens? It is very difficult to search the network in the 100 entries. Okay, how the router will search? Router having not only one network in real time, we have some thousands lakhs of routes. Okay, inside that routing table, it need to search, it need to scan one by one, one by line. For that, what it will happen, it will take a lot of time. Okay, it will take lot of time and send to the next hop. In that case, what we can do, like they need to if to reduce the time, to reduce the processes work, we can do the default route. Okay, default route is by simply whatever is coming irrespective of checking the network, I mean, so the destination, it is sending to the next hop. Okay, this is the three different networks based upon the configuration. Okay, another important two parameters are there. One is AD, administrative difference. The second one is metric. Okay, administrative difference and metric, these are the basis or the parameters how to like achieve the, if for example if, one destination is network is going, and there is a tie because they are using two protocols. Okay, the same for the same network, you are using BGP and you are also using OSPF. Which one it will be choose? Any idea? Okay, it will be choose on based upon the other extra parameters like AD. Okay, which is the lesser AD value, that value can be choose. Okay, which is the lesser value, we can able to choose that. Okay, in case of BGP and OSPF having lesser AD value. Okay, OSPF value is 110. Okay, always the lesser AD value will be choose if it is. Okay, and the AD value refers from 0 to 255. Okay, the least value is always preferable. The directly connected AD value is 1. Directly connected means 0. Okay, and static is 1. Okay, this is the AD parameter. AD parameters is used when there is two protocols, two different protocols for same destination network in same network. That time we use for we'll go with AD value. Okay, alternate administrative distance, and how it will be choose, which one is the lower value, that value should be choose and opted. Okay, and if it is directly connected, AD value is 0. If it is directly connected and BGP is configured, always choose the any means any other protocol is configured, static configured or RIP configured, like whatever the 10 protocols also configured, it will only choose for the direct connected type. Okay, that is one thing. Second parameter, second type. Okay, if you are using the same different protocols, you check for AD to verify which one would be the preferable. For example, if you are using the same protocol, OSPF is configured, okay, for two networks, which one will choose? It will choose based upon the cost. Okay, sorry, based upon the metric. Yeah, metric can be a cost. Okay, for example, OSPF is configured for the same network, two different interfaces. Okay, two different post like a port cost. Okay, which one it will be choose? Lower value of port cost it will be choose. It will be choose the lesser value. Port cost is 100 and post cost is 10. It will be select. Okay, any doubts? Yeah. Okay, sorry, actually, I forgot to unmute this one. Are you able to follow? No. When I did that, I think from last two slides, correct? Okay, this last slide. Okay, actually there are two parameters. One is AD and metric. When there is a tie in the selection path, the route selection, that time these two parameters are very useful to choose the path. Okay, AD is an administrative distance which is used. This protocol is used to choose. If I have two protocol, OSPF and BGP, it will choose which one is the best one. Okay, based upon the AD it will choose, and we have already have some list of the AD values for different protocols. Okay, AD value for BGP we have one value, OSPF we have one value. OSPF is lesser than the BGP, that's what it choose the OSPF always. Okay, when it is, sorry, OSPF and RIP, all the OSPF is lower value. Okay, when it want to like EIGRP and RIP, it is the EIGRP. Okay, which one is lesser AD value? You can get the that value. Okay, that is for two different protocols get tie. If in case the same type of protocol is get tie, that time what we use will go with the metric. Metric is the port cost or path which having the lowest port cost. The use case is you are using OSPF. Two OSPF routes are there for the same network. Which one it will be choose? It will be choose the lowest cost value. One path cost is 100 and other cost is 10. It always choose the both cost is 10 and it will go. Okay, any doubt? Any doubts you have? Okay, thanks team attending that. Okay, please share the any questions if you have. Okay, today I'll share some assignment. Okay, please complete that also.